Well. We are at the fag end of 2022. This is the second last day of the year, and this is our last streaming now session of this year where we talk about the very last releases on our OTT platforms for the year before there is a deluge of new content that comes our way in the next year in 2023. Welcome everyone to Streaming Now, our weekly live show, which airs every Friday on our YouTube channel, where we talk about all the new releases on OTT platforms every week. Netflix, Z5, Amazon Prime Video, uh, new web series, new movies, etc. Whatever that you could be, watching on your screens this weekend. This is the show where you find the details about everything so that you don't have to do your own research and go through every app to figure out what you want to watch every week. Streaming Now is this platform this show where everything is curated for you, brought together in one place. And I am Bohni, who comes to you every week to talk about all the new shows and all the new movies out on OTT platforms every week. So same as every time, for the last time in 2022, here's my list of new shows and titles that are releasing this weekend. I mean, it's the end of the year, so everybody takes it a little easy. Everybody is in the holiday mood, so I guess our OTT platforms are also taking it a little easy, so there aren't too many big releases or major shows or movies coming our way this weekend. We have a web series, Paar, which released on Disney Plus Hotstar today. We have a Malayalam film called Gold, which is out on Prime Video. It released on December 29. That was yesterday. We have Step Up Season 3 out on Lionsgate Play. Then Butterfly, a thriller movie in Telugu. This is also out on Disney Plus Hotstar. Then a film on Netflix called White Noise, and the second season of Rise of Empires, Ottoman. So this is the Turkish series. So these are the releases that I'm going to be talking about in details. Starting with Paar, the new series on Disney Plus Hotstar. It has a great cast. It stars Aditya Rawal, Paresh Rawal's son, as the protagonist, with Patra Lekha, Ashish Vidyarthi, Sumit Vyas, Shilpa Shukla, and Dibyendu Bhattacharya with him in this series, which is directed by Siddharth Sen-Gupta. This is a story set amidst the misty hills and waterfalls nestled among the thick jungles of Jagdalganj, where a self-sustained and a self-sufficient tribe called Dego Hat resides. So the protagonist is a tribal man played by Aditya Rawal. He's a formidable talent in archery. His name is Sarju. The story is his fight for survival of his tribe against the modern world, its corrupt political and financial machinery that kind of forces him into the world of big crime as he emerges to be a deadly mercenary assassin. He is born with with the eye of an eagle and the stealth of a tiger, and he's the finest marksman in the world. But he lives in these secluded jungles in central India, and being a primary protector of his tribe, he's devoted to shielding his home from any harm that may befall them. And he's later enamored by a woman called Sanghamitra, who's an outsider, who he welcomes into his hidden world. And then there is a struggle to preserve his home, and Sarju finds himself in a constant state of battle between him becoming a successful archer, but also turning into a full-fledged assassin. The role of Sanghamitra is played by Patra Lekha. She's a doctor by profession and a humanitarian by heart. She serves as the primary ally to Sarju. The Deguhati tribes woos kind of strike a chord with her, and then she takes a vow to help Sarju protect them, come what may. She's ambitious with a drive to be good and do good. She decides to go against the modernized world that she grew up in and unburden the tribe from its miseries. But there is more to her character than meets the eye, so that's something you will have to watch the series to find out. We also have Sumit Vyas playing the role of Aditya Dutt. He is a straightforward, unsmiling character, every boss's dream employee, no nonsense, implacable official from the crime branch. He is appointed as the primary person to hunt down the person responsible for a series of unsolved murders. Of course, the culprit being Sarju, and there's a cat and mouse chase that happens between him and Sarju. Aditya has been chasing Sarju for months and can recognize his signature on every trace of blood. So he will do anything and everything to make Sarju answer for his crimes. So that basically is the gist of the three main characters of Arya Paar, the series on Disney Plus Hotstar. And it sounds like an extremely thrilling series. If you watch the trailer, then you already know. Do check it out on Disney Plus Hotstar. It is streaming now out today. Then we'll talk about this Malayalam film Gold. It is a crime comedy film starring Prithviraj and Nayantara. It's directed by Alphonse Putharin, who returns to Malayalam films after 7 years. Gold is produced by Supriya Menon under the banner of Prithviraj Productions and Listine Stephen under the banner of Magic Frames. The film also boasts of a stellar ensemble cast, including Ajmal Amir, Krishna Kumar, Shabarish Verma, and Chemman Vinod Jose in pivotal roles. Subscribers or Prime members in India and over 240 countries can stream this crime comedy film in Malayalam from December 29, which is yesterday, so it's already out. This is an unconventional crime comedy film. It follows a mobile store owner, Joshi, played by Prithviraj, who happens to get embroiled in a series of events that accentuate greed and gluttony and much more in real sense. Prithviraj is, of course, outstanding in his performances in his films, and his impeccable timing in the film exhibits the perfect balance of humor and thrill, which is complemented by the extraordinary background music composed by Rajesh Murugesan. So Gold, this crime comedy film, is out on Prime Video. Please do check it out. It's in Malayalam. Then we have the third season of Step Up. This is out on Lionsgate Play. It's called Step Up High Water. It's a next level incubator for new artistic talent where danger, corruption, suspicions, desire, resentments, and ambitions kind of collide. It's, of course, based on the cult film Step Up. The series follows the drama, scandalous romance, rivalries told through the intersection of the worlds of music and dance within a highly sought after performance empire. It's created by Holly Sorensen, and the show is streaming in India exclusively on Lionsgate Play from 30th December, which is today. It is centered around Sage Odom, played by singer-songwriter Neo. The other cast of the show includes Christian Emilian, Kian Lonsdale, Terence Green, Eric Grace, Jade Chainoweth, Carlito Olivero, Kendra Oesania, Faison Love, Tricia Helfer, etc., etc. So there's a whole lot of cast there, as is expected from the Step Up franchise. So do check this one out if you are a fan of dance and if you're a fan of the original film franchise as well. Then we'll talk about a Telugu thriller film called Butterfly. This is out on Disney Plus Hotstar. It's about a bunch of kids getting kidnapped and the efforts of the lead actress Anupama Parmeswaran's character to save them. It's basically the story of Geeta, played by Anupama, who works part-time for a corporation and enjoys spending time with her sister Vaijayanti and her kids. Vaijayanti is a lawyer by profession, and she leaves her kids with Geeta when she must travel to Delhi for work. And the children mysteriously vanish as Geeta goes for a parent-teacher conference at this school. And then there are calls from the kidnappers and their demands, and they only get more and more onerous. So who's behind the kidnapping and what lengths will Geeta go in order to save her sister's kids? Is Geeta's life herself in danger? So all of that, those are the questions that are raised in this movie. It's called Butterfly because the operation to find these kids is called Operation Butterfly. That's evident from the trailer. So do check this one out. Anupama Parmeswaran, as we know, is quite an accomplished actress. So I'm sure this one will be entertaining watch as well. So Butterfly, it's out on Disney Plus Hotstar. Yes. Then we will talk about this film called White Noise, which is out on Netflix. It's an absurdist comedy drama film written from the screen and directed by Noah Baumbach, adapted from the 1985 novel of the same name by Don DeLillo. It's Baumbach's first directed feature not to be based on an original story of his own. The film stars Adam Driver, Greta Gerwig, and Don Cheadle. It's set in the 1980s. The story is about the life of a family following an air contamination accident where they reside. White Noise had its world premiere at the 79th Venice International Film Festival this year and was released in select cinemas on November 25th, before its streaming release on Netflix, which has happened today. The film has generally received positive reviews from critics, and with particularly Adam Driver and Greta Gerwig's performances being praised. And the screenplay and the direction of Baumbach has also been appreciated by the critics. So White Noise on Netflix is again something I'm sure going to be worth watching this weekend. That brings us to the last title on my list today, Rise of the Empires, Ottoman, Season 2. This Turkish historical docudrama, Rise of the Empires, Ottoman, is back with the second season. This time, the critically acclaimed series chronicles the struggles of Sultan Mehmed II against a tyrannical ruler in Wallachia called Vlad Dracula. With the Ottoman Empire the height of its power, this second season moves into murky military waters depicting the war between Mehmed's Ottoman Empire and Vlad the Impaler's Wallachian forces. So if you go by the trailer, the second season of Emre Sahin's directorial promises plenty of chaotic violence and drama, as is expected from a show like this. And you can watch it all on Netflix. It is also out today. So, yeah, that brings me to the end of my list of titles streaming now on OTT platforms, which you can check out this week. I'll just go through the list that I had today, starting with Paar, which is a new series out on Disney Plus Hotstar. Then a Malayalam movie called Goal, starring Prithvi Raj, is out on Amazon Prime Video. Step Up Season 3 is out on Lionsgate Play. Butterfly, a Telugu movie, out on Disney Plus Hotstar. White Noise, it's a film, out on Netflix. And Rise of Empires Ottoman Season 2, a Turkish series, is out on Netflix as well. So that's about it. It's a shorter list today than the other days. Like I said, there aren't too many great releases happening in the end of the year because everybody's probably in a holiday mood. So that is all I have for today, and I will see you guys next year with a fresh new set of titles releasing in January 2023, as usual on Fridays, same time on this same channel. So till then, take care of yourselves and Happy New Year.